My Amazon.
When I look at Amazon,
you're a gigantic investor in Amazon.
What do you think of Amazon?
Amazon.
Most explanations of selling on Amazon are either too complicated or too basic. This video is meant for people like myself. You have zero background knowledge in online business, but you're looking to create an online income. And you want to learn just enough about selling on Amazon to see if it can help you with that. In this video, we'll follow a simple 1, 2, 3 learning path by building on beginner concepts, ones that you may already know about. Starting with how the concept works and then moving on to what products to sell and how to find them. And finally, the growth pattern within the business model. And believe me when I tell you, those intimidating terms that you see like online arbitrage, ungating, or sales rank, they're a lot simpler than you think. So let's get started. Kicking things off with level 1, how the concept with Amazon works. Let's explain this in simple terms. An Amazon seller buys existing products and resells them on Amazon at a higher price. So let's say John is an Amazon seller. John buys 5 bottles of CeraVe lotion at Walgreens, each one for $8. He then takes those bottles and sends them into Amazon as inventory. He lists each bottle for sale at $22, and after a few days, each bottle is sold. After fees with Amazon and shipping, John will make $5 profit for each bottle. He then repeats the process with more inventory across a number of different products. Simple enough, right? So now that you understand how the buying and selling process works with Amazon, now let's move forward to the storage and shipping side of things. Amazon sellers buy the inventory from a retailer or a wholesaler and then ship the product to what is called a prep center. When the product arrives to the prep center, they label the inventory and send it off on its way to one of Amazon's fulfillment centers. That's where it'll be stored until your inventory gets sold. Once you get a sale, Amazon's fulfillment center will then deliver the product to the customer. So you as the Amazon seller are in charge of choosing which products to buy, while Amazon's role is doing the heavy lifting. So the logistics side of things is actually quite simple. You are the brains behind the decisions, and Amazon has set up their operations to do all of the manual labor. So moving to level 2, what products to sell and how to find them. Beginners who learn what selling on Amazon is typically think it means buying from China, creating a brand, and hoping to hit the new trend. Amazon sellers aren't creating products. They're looking at ones that already have demand, one that's already being sold out there in the market, and they're looking to buy the product cheaper for what they can sell it for on Amazon. Put it like this, these brands spend millions of dollars every year to advertise to consumers. Amazon sellers just hope that the customers come to Amazon to buy. And considering Amazon spends billions of dollars every single month, the demand gets brought to you. So let's move on to a real world example of what this all actually looks like. What you're seeing here is an Amazon listing. And when you sell on Amazon, you're going to need data on these products. So Amazon works with software companies to track the data on all of their products in the entire marketplace. Now, these softwares aren't included with your Amazon selling account, but they sure are useful. If you see here at the bottom, one of the softwares that I'm mentioning, you'll notice a 3-section graph. And this graph tells us the following: price, how many sales per month, and the other sellers on the listing. But more importantly, it gives us the data since the listing was born on the marketplace. So Amazon sellers use this software to make an educated decision on how consistent the product will be in all 3 phases when they buy it. And after checking all these data points, sellers have to make sure that they're actually making money with this product. And that's where the second software kicks in. Here, sellers input different prices to forecast how much money they would be making once the product actually sells. You can see that when I change the purchasing costs, the software changes the amount of profit that we would make. And the last piece of the puzzle would be finding the right supplier to buy the product from. This leads me right into level 3, the growth pattern in the business. The majority of new Amazon sellers start with the business model called online arbitrage. Here is where any person can get started. In this business model, sellers are buying their inventory from everyday retailers like Walgreens, Walmart, or Target, and selling the products on Amazon at a higher cost. Sellers are just arbitraging the price difference on a site like Walgreens and selling it on Amazon for a profit. Beginners get started with this business model on Amazon because there's no entry to barrier. Anybody can get started. It doesn't require for some large investment or for you to have a business or an LLC. But what does is Amazon Wholesale. This business model is similar to online arbitrage, but it takes it up a notch. Here, Amazon sellers are working directly with distributors of these products and buying them in bulk. Rather than purchasing 5 to 10 units at a time, wholesale sellers are purchasing 100 or 200 sellers from a company who could be supplying the Walmarts of the world. This model requires you to establish a business, have business relationship skills, and have a lot of money to invest into your inventory. It's very common for Amazon sellers to grow into the business model of wholesale after starting with online arbitrage. Then, once wholesale sellers become established, they then grow into the third model, private label. A business model where the Amazon seller is creating a brand with a trademark and launching that brand on Amazon. These sellers are working with manufacturers in China to help design their product. Once the product is ready to be sent for inventory, sellers have to create demand for the brand by running advertising or doing marketing campaigns. And of course, most of the success with these products is done by choosing the right niche and the right categories. With this business model, these sellers own the intellectual property of these products, allowing them to grow it into something much larger if they choose to do so. Similar to wholesale, this requires a large capital investment, as well as a background into marketing to get your brand off the ground and running. All right, now, to wrap it up, here's a simplified visualization of the 3 levels that we covered today. Level 1, selling on Amazon is the process of middlemaning inventory between the supplier and the Amazon customer. Level 2, identifying which products to sell and where to find them relies on reading the key data points, and of course, the business model that you choose. Lastly, Level 3, the growth pattern explains how Amazon sellers grow their business in the industry as they have more knowledge and money. So, if you found this helpful, you may want to stick around for more Amazon FBA knowledge and case studies. I'll see you guys in the meantime.